Hold up.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Ronja here, and unfortunately, I just recorded an entire 15-minute video where the audio was literally silent. I am so mad. It was such a great video, but unfortunately, the audio is quiet. But I still have the footage from the video. As you guys can see, I do actually have the webcam. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this, but I was actually recording with my webcam, but for some reason the sound is nil. Like it is literally unable to be heard. So I'm just going to be live commentating the battles that I just did. They were such great battles, and I want to basically talk to you guys about what I'm doing. So as you guys can see, the deck on the screen right now, let's go in full screen, is Mega Knight's Balloon with the Miner and the E-Wiz. This deck is very, very strong. It's been in the meta for quite a while, and I decided that I'm going to be mastering this deck within a week. So what I'm going to be doing is playing this deck as much as possible for the next 7 days and seeing how good I can get with it. So far, I think I'm pretty good because I did actually go undefeated in this video, and I did play a lot of very good opponents. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm just going to be talking about the gameplay as I go. I'm going to go and skip the first match here, actually, since that was against a level 8, as you guys can see on screen here. Let's go and get into this match against Capello from PR Army. This guy's up at, I think, like 5,000 something trophies, so he's a very good player. As you guys can see here, I'm going to go and start out with the Miner onto the Princess here. It's going to take it out no problemo. He's also going to drop a Mini P.E.K.K.A there, and the Mini P.E.K.K.A is basically just going to die. To these bats here. I'm gonna go and play those bats. I'm gonna go and move my mic out of the way here. So as you guys can see there, he's gonna go and go with the Hog Rider in the other lane. I'm just gonna use the Mega Knight to counter that completely. And I do have a couple of misplays in this match. Luckily they weren't too severe, otherwise it would have like definitely cost me the game. But as you guys can see here, he's gonna go and go with kite that with the Ice Golem and the bats. That's something I always do. So I go ahead and zap those bats, knowing that he still has to respond to the Mega Knight after the Ice Golem's dead. I go and Miner the Princess. And I'm thinking this is a pretty good play here. But unfortunately, the Miner does actually go to the King Tower. So that was definitely a big misplay in this match. But as you guys can see, we are winning in damage. He hasn't touched our tower yet. He goes ahead and misplays his Mini P.E.K.K.A there. Either way, it would have gotten kited with the Goblin Gang. So not too bad there. We're going to go and take that out. He's not even going to touch our tower again, guys. And we still have one card to go for our Mega Knight. And he's back to his Hog Rider. I know that. But we are back to our Mega Knight right now. So as you guys can see there, I cycled the Ice Golem knowing he was back to his Hog Rider. Right there, we're going to go and get that Hog Rider to get no swings again. And he has to respond to that. I'm going to go and I don't even think I zap those because I know he still has to respond to it more. He's going to go and play an Ice Golem there. I mean, an Ice Spirit there. I'm going to go and pause the video. So the reason why I didn't want to spend anything else there is because the Hog Rider is 4 and a Mega Knight is 7. When he plays bats and Ice Spirit to defend, that's an even 7-for-7 trade. I got deeper into my cycle and I like have his win condition out of hand. So it just gives me an advantage there. That's why I didn't decide to support the Mega Knight that time. But as you guys can see here, I know his bats are out of cycle, so I go and go with the Balloon here. I know his Princess and Rocket are basically the only things that are going to happen to my Balloon, or the only things that can really touch my Balloon. I know he's going to Rocket it, so he goes ahead and rockets it, but I still get death damage on the tower, which is good. And also it's a negative elixir trade for him, so pretty good for me knowing that his bats were out of hand. If his bats were in hand, I would have just had my zap in hand because I only zap his bats with this deck. He's running a deck that I'm very familiar with. It's Mini P.E.K.K.A Hog Rider with the Princess, Rocket, NATO. And I don't know if it has NATO actually, but sometimes it does. But basically, he's got that deck, Aaron Tuna's deck. I've done videos on it before. As you guys can see, their goblins are going to get a little bit of chip. And at this point, I'm just going in for miners. I'm just worried about defending this side of the arena. I go ahead and go with a Mega Knight over here, just because I know it's going to end up killing that Mini P.E.K.K.A. And I also know he's going to go other lane with the Hog Rider, obviously, because you don't want to push into a Mini P.E.K.K.A, into a Mega Knight. As you guys can see there, we're going to go and clean up both sides very nicely. I knew he would go ahead and switch lanes, so number one, he split his damage, and number two, he's allowing us to build a counter push over there on the left side. So we're going to go and get another Spear Goblin chip. I'm going to go and place the Miner in such a way that it'll kill the Princess. I go and pre-zap. He actually played his bats a little bit to the side. I predicted them a little bit wrong, but we still did get the pre-zap off. And as you guys can see, I am rocking and rolling with his deck. I know exactly how to play against his deck since I know his deck so well. He's going to go and go with the pre-log. Definitely a misplay there. He didn't expect me to have Mega Knight. I don't really know if he knows how to play this deck all that well, or if I just know exactly what to do, because I'm thinking several steps ahead while I'm playing this deck. I'm playing a Miner here to kill the Princess again, because I know the Ice Golem's tanking the tower, and even if he decides to rocket the Loon, if the Princess doesn't ever touch my Balloon, then the rocket won't actually kill it, and it'll still be alive. So as you guys can see there, we're going to take that quick W. My voice is actually getting a little bit hoarse, excuse that, but let's go and hop into the next match here. Let's go ahead and fast forward. Okay, actually, I just hop right into it. We're going up against a guy from Pablo23, who's from the real Royale Queso. believe it or not, he's from the actual Royal Conquesto, guys. He's a very good player. Actually, I wouldn't consider him a pro, but he's in a clan with pro players. Royal Conquesto is a very competitive clan. Much respect to them. And as you guys can see here, this is a very unorthodox play that I did. I didn't know what he would do to defend it. He's going to go and play his Ice Golem right there, but it's not going to stop the balloon from getting so much damage onto that right there. I really wish it would have gotten 2 hits off, but it's alright, guys. We're still managing quite well. I know he's playing Expo Double Hut right now. After I saw the Ice Wizard and the Hut, I knew he was most likely playing Expo Double Hut. And once the Expo came down, it was, of course, solidified that it was Expo Double Hut. We have a pretty nice defense against that Expo there, and we can actually go in for a decent counter push here as well. So he's going to go and use his log there. I know he's really low on elixir, so I'm going to go and go with bats and the miner here. The Mega Knight's going to tank for the miner and the bats, and the Ewiz is just going to walk away from the tower right there. Going to give us so much dang damage. I don't think that was the correct play right there with that Ewiz. He's going to go and throw out the Angry Face, and as you guys can see, that tower is going down. For the rest of this match, all I do is basically play defense. Whenever he drops a Hut, I decide to attack it with the miner or the Mega Knight or whatever. I just decide to attack it or with the balloon. So that's basically that. I'm going to go with an Ice Golem here just to start going into the lane. And I just wait a little bit, and then I end up going in with the balloon onto that Hut eventually. If I don't do that, I go in with the miner. That's basically what I do for the rest of this game, guys. There's no point in commentating. I just keep doing that. As you guys can see, the balloon, he goes in with another Hut. I just keep defending his Huts, and then finally his final Expo push gets annihilated. As you guys can see, he has a whole lot of elixir on the board, but I just kill it all with the Mega Knight. Once your tower is down, once your opponent's tower is down, there's no way the Expo can connect again with his deck, because you can just drop the Mega Knight right on top of it. Pretty decent right there. If he would have gotten the Hut advantage on me, he would have definitely ended up winning, because the Hut spam, there's nothing I can do against it. The Mega Knight will just die to the Spear Goblin stacking, and the Barbarian stacking is just a nightmare. So those are the only 2 cards I can deal with it. That's why I kept minoring and ballooning his buildings, because I didn't want him to get that advantage. So that was the key in that match. And he goes ahead and throws me the well played there. Pretty easy stuff. Let's go and get into the next match and final match here. As you guys can see, I checked his profile, everybody's profiles here. Look at his profile right there. Pablo, pretty good. Pepeo also. Benjo was really bad. That was the guy that had level 8 cards. Let's go ahead and look at the profiles one more time just to show you guys that these people are really good. As you guys can see there, the guy from Royal Conquesto is the actual guy. 55-71 wins. Very good player. As you guys can see here, Pepeo, I think he has 20 wins in Grand Challenge. Let's see, 20 wins in Challenge right there, 62k Challenge cards, so definitely a beast. And let's go and hop into the final match here. We're going up against Brian from Gym X Soldiers. I think we're just going to start out here with bats in the back or Ice Golem. I think we mirror Ice Golems here. I think that's the move. Yeah, he's going to go and do that, so I just mirror my own Ice Golem into the same lane. I don't really want to play bats or miner because he might have a pump. I'm not sure at this point. He's going in with goblins, so I just go in with bats. And as you guys can see here, he's going to go ahead and zap those. So I'm like, yo, he probably doesn't have logs, so I'm going to go with a miner Goblin Gang. It's a pretty good play once he just wasted his zap like that. That was pretty reckless in my opinion. We're going to go ahead and clean up shop here. As you guys can see there, the goblins are going to get so much damage off on the tower. He's even going to play an Ice Golem there in an attempt to stave some of the damage. And of course, going to counter push. I'm going to go and drop a Hog Rider. He was onto that Hog Rider. I'm going to play an Ice Golem here as well, just because I'm not sure if the Electro Wizard will like target both of them at the same time. So as you guys can see, I just played that. The Ice Golem's still going to stay alive for the most part. Just tank a little bit more. It could have not been played. I just didn't want to risk it. I'm going to go with the miner right here again. Knowing that he just spent so much on that push, he's going to go and play goblins here. I'm not going to play anything onto that. He's going to go and zap my Eus, and it's still going to get quite a bit of damage off. And I know that his zap is out of cycle once again, so I'm going to go and go with the Goblin Gang here, just knowing that it's out of cycle. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what he's got. I'm going to go and zap those bats here, and now I know they're completely out of cycle, his bats are. I have my Mega Knight ready. I'm going to go and go with that. It's going to kill that Hog Rider. Perfectly played there, no swing. Actually, it's going to get a swing because of the goblins distracting. But basically no swings in my book. Mega Knight is going to get to the tower unless he plays something for it. Looks like he's just going to let that go. In my opinion, that was probably the best play right there, doing that. Basically, allowing my Mega Knight to take the tower while putting his own Mega Knight down. That was probably the best thing he could have done there. I'm going to play bats right on top of that. Force him to waste his zap spell, and I can actually take advantage of that with the Goblin Gang again. He's going to go and go with that, so I'm just going to play an Ice Golem to kite that. The bats are actually going to die there. I'm going to go and play my Ewiz there. And somehow, someway, look at his Ewiz. Look at that bat. I don't know how it killed that bat, but it's pretty nice. But we're going to go and take advantage of that. He's going to have to poison that Goblin Gang. I'm still going to get quite a few swings off. Mega Knight's coming down on top of the Hog Rider again. And of course, like at this point, all I need to do is play defense. But I'd wait for the correct moment to go on offense with my balloon, guys. I'm waiting. and I'm waiting. I don't even think I've showed him the balloon yet. Right now he plays the Inferno Dragon, so I know all he's got is bats. So I hover zap, as you guys can see, I'm hovering the zap, zap those bats, and I know he's got nothing else. I know this guy's deck. This deck right here, guys, the deck that he's playing is probably the most meta deck right now. Mega Knight, Hog Rider, Balloon with goblins and bats and poison and zap is the most meta deck in the game, and we ended up taking him out. And again, this guy's at 5,000 trophies. I think I show you guys again at the end of the match. I actually know what I'm doing with this deck. I feel like I know what I'm doing. I feel like I know how to counter every deck I play against, except for Golem. That's a really hard matchup for me. Just because I can punish the pumps kind of, but then when the Night Witches start stacking, it's just a headache. But as you guys can see here, we are pressuring him pretty dang hard. We can just zap that tower to take it out. I'm not worried about losing that tower over there on the left side. I'm not even going to put any effort into defending it any longer. Going to go and throw out the good game there. And of course, guys, my mic keeps falling down. Very well played there. Let's go and see if I can show you guys his profile as well. Again, another good player, 5750 wins, 4935 maxed trophies, 25k challenge cards, another really good player. So that's it for this video, guys. Like I said I was going to be doing, I'm going to be playing this deck every single day, and hopefully tomorrow when I play live, it'll actually have audio. Anyway, see you guys later. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for all the support recently. Peace out.